So, here we are yet again. We've been through the jungle and helped some monkeys, we've been to Egypt and met some gods and got superpowers. It was kinda weird. All the while defeating the bad guys, helping those in need, and most importantly, learning. I'm not going to lie to you. This is the smartest I've been in my entire life. Why else would I be willing to play a third game in a series of educational games meant for 10-year-olds? Why would I do that? Seriously, somebody help me, I'm worried about my health. But now it's time to go, well, wherever this one takes us. The ocean, I guess. Part of me is actually excited to play this one. As a kid, I only had 3rd and 4th grade adventures, so let's see what's going on with the ClueFinders now.
A little to your left, Laptrap. There.
There's another one, Santiago.
Yeah, Joni, but what is it?
Dunno. Laptrap?
Can you stop shining that light right in my face? Thanks. So I guess the ClueFinders are deep sea divers collecting these mysterious underwater chocolate bars with Leslie's sailor grandpa to figure out why so many ships have been sinking and disappearing. They come across an
island! Dead ahead!
But then there's
a tsunami! Heading right for us!
Salami? Not salami. Tsunami!
and they're dead. Oh, they really are dead. Claptrap wakes them up, but the rest of the crew is missing. So in true ClueFinders fashion, Santiago pulls out some sort of walkie-talkie and plugs it into the ground and instantly knows there's an active volcano. I think he's just messing with us at this point. We get a call from Owen and Leslie, who are trapped in some undisclosed gray location with a ton of artifacts somewhere in the island, so we have to go find them. The right path leads us to our first puzzle, which is just matching shapes to form a bridge. We then come across a very insane looking man who claims the island is alive and sucked away all his friends down randomly emerging holes. But the ClueFinders ignore him despite literally saving from such a hole 30 seconds ago. He finally tells us some useful information, saying we need to bring cryptiles to the
faces within the face
to open a chamber where Owen and Leslie presumably are. The next place is a Revolutionary War era village with only one guy in it.
I'm the great cryptile thief. I stole everybody's cryptiles and buried them in this patch of dangerous trees.
Why are you locked in the pillory?
I got caught.
Alright, so this guy is a giant douche, but apparently we have to help him to find his fellow villagers in order to get the stolen cryptiles. To do that, we need to map out a full course of American states with some rules in order. I have literally no idea how this is relevant, but when we solve them, Joni just kinda goes behind the map and finds some.
Whoa!
You know, something about this seems lacking in logic, like any logic at all, but we have some cryptiles and we can move along. Next is a village from the Civil War era with a single cloud raining down. Investigating, we find a very clearly disturbed woman talking to herself, or perhaps the island, and she needs help deciphering stories in return for more cryptiles. The stories are color-coded, so it's really easy to just read through and place the tiles in the right order. Alright, we finally have enough gold and silver cryptiles to go to the faces within the face, or whatever it was called. It takes these guys an hour to explain that he decodes the plates and the others change them in some mathematical way or another. So all you have to do is some basic math, which actually feels surprisingly rewarding. Once you fill all the silver slots, they change it up a bit to include multiplication, but you need to figure out what the 4 faces do first. It's basically the same thing once you get it figured out, but then, surprise, surprise, you have to do it a 3rd time, but now you have to use both silver and gold cryptiles to figure out how to solve the puzzle. It really comes down to burning through all the 1s and 2s to get the cryptile that you actually need. We finally get it done, so let's go save Owen and Leslie.
Well, we solved this part of the mystery. Let's head underwater to find more clues.
So, I guess... what? So we walk away 100% empty-handed from doing all this, and we have to go underwater. I go back to where we first started and head towards the shipwreck. Come to think of it, I probably should have checked it first for survivors. But I was busy helping the criminals and criminally insane. Down in the ocean, there's a whole bunch of weird worms who talk a lot about wanting to go inside the island. They're at least helpful in telling us we need 2 more different kind of cryptiles to go see
The fish within the fish!
Seems a little bit familiar. So to get the cryptiles we need, we have to help tube with these tubes. I don't know why, but we do. It's simple fractions to make one whole, a lot like the pillar section from 4th grade adventures. After we stock up on some cryptiles, we can head to our mini-sub, but we can't abandon our friends just yet because the ship is low on power. We can, however, rebuild circuits to get to the bottom of the ocean for just enough time to scoop up some cryptiles. I'm not even gonna explain everything wrong with this part. What are you gonna do? Battery equals power. I can't help compare this game to the first one, 3rd grade adventures, where there are 2 different paths, both with completely different environments, people to talk to, and things to collect. It makes this iteration of the series feel extremely bland comparison, even though they're following the exact same formula. There's nowhere to go, few people to talk to, and only one thing to collect. The cutscenes that used to progress story away from the player is now replaced with nonsensical tidbits from Owen and Leslie, which feels very unneeded besides breaking up the monotony. I guess we'll carry on through 5th grade adventures and hope that maybe, just maybe, it'll get better. After all, we have to be close to freeing our friends. We can finally go see the fish within the fish and see what's in store for us. I really don't know why I'm surprised about this. It's nearly the exact same thing as the face within the face bit, but this time there are words instead of numbers. You know when you were a kid and you bought those booster packs for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards, but they were mostly crap? But you kept buying them because you know 1 in every 20 is a decent card that you can actually use? That's this part of the game. At least half the cryptiles you get are completely useless, which will almost guarantee a return back to the eel dude and the ship for more. Once you beat Blue, the rules change it up a little bit for Jade, but of course you have to do it a third time consisting of both Blue and Jade cryptiles, because why wouldn't they make me want to hate my life? We finish them and head inside.
Hey! We found you!
Great. Now we're all stuck.
Ah! Hurry! Run for your lives! Head for the hills! Just run!
Hurry up!
Wait, did you just find an exit? I was running around this entire island while you bitched about being stuck and you instantly find an exit? The Joni and Santiago apparently didn't get the go through the random pipe memo and get sucked down another tube and end up in a specimen lab with the people of the island and Captain Clark. So with that thing attacking us and the brief look at the specimen lab, Owen pieces together,
I think we're on a spaceship. You think?
the roles are reversed and now Owen and Leslie have to do the saving. But wait a minute. This looks a lot like the Tomb of Knowledge place from 4th grade adventures. Wait, this is the exact same thing! It's literally the same. We form the bridge to get past and enter a containment room, and right now I'm thinking,
This is astounding.
luckily the ClueFinders have a few tricks up their sleeve to figure out why aliens want people.
Remind me again why we keep Earthling brains in our biospheric chambers?
Sustenance. Human brains are served in the finest restaurants.
Brains? They eat human brains?
In order to get past, you have to run a simulation of 2 species and have both of them survive 200 years. I have literally no idea why women have to do that, but then again, here we are. We released some seals and then... oh.
Deja vu, dude. This place is just like the other one.
You're telling me, Owen. You're telling me. Not only did they copy and paste it from the last game, they copied and pasted it in the same game. Do the spelling, make the bridge, moving on.
This machine looks just like the one in the last specimen storage area.
Oh, does it? I didn't notice! You do the exact same thing, and I even used the same numbers and it worked perfectly. Alright, you know what? I know the previous games have done this, but in a game already lacking in content, especially compared to the previous installments, doing the exact same thing 3 times in a row for what I assume is the endgame is really upsetting.
Kids!
Grandma!
Santiago! The aliens are everywhere! Let's get out of here!
So with the aliens hot on their tail and somehow not able to open literally any door on their own ship, the ClueFinders find themselves at a control panel. And how do they masterfully end the alien invasion? They just push the random buttons in front of them. 1 starts a countdown, 1 removes the cloud, the 3rd opens the door, and the 4th? Well...
There you are, me chickens! Climb on board!
What's that sound?
I think I pressed the tsunami button.
Gangway!
Wow.
The end. No, seriously, was this game directed by M. Night? I guess we did it. You can go home now. We possibly saved the day. I mean, they could just probably warp back, but I guess I'll just go to the Endslate or something, I don't know. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching this video on ClueFinders 5th grade adventures. That sure was something. If you like this video, please share it around, tell your friends, and hit that like button. Feel free to leave a comment and let me know if you like this game or hated it as much as I did. And don't forget to subscribe to catch all my future videos. Shout out to all my Patreon supporters right here on screen for helping me out. As always, you guys are awesome. And check out a couple other videos of mine. Here's ClueFinders 4th grade adventure so you can see basically the exact same game but better. And top 5 product placement games number 2. It's the sequel to product placement games number 1. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm HappyMaskGamer and I'll see you next time.